In order to follow along with this course and to give yourself a playground within which you can freely explore the features and capabilities of SQL Server, you're going to want to get your own copy of SQL Server running on hardware that you control. To do that, you'll want to pick the right edition for your needs. SQL Server comes in 4 principal editions in order to support a wide variety of usage requirements: Express, Standard, Enterprise, and Developer. Both Standard and Enterprise are licensed editions, and customers on these products will typically pay licensing fees to Microsoft based off of the number of processing cores in the machines that they're deploying the software on top of, or based off of the number of users that'll be connecting to the system. Because they're paid editions, they're probably not the right choice for creating your own personal database learning environment. The Express and Developer editions, on the other hand, are both free to use. So those are the ones that I want to focus on. The difference between these two and the reason that you'll choose to work with one over the other comes down to what you intend to do with your server. SQL Server Express is great for small businesses and lightweight data applications. Databases are limited to a maximum of 10 gigabytes in size, but that's still pretty generous, and you can fit a lot of data in a 10 gig database. The Express edition also only supports up to 4 processing cores, and it doesn't support some advanced features such as one called failover clusters. Essentially the ability to run a duplicate server on a second computer that can immediately jump in and take over if the first computer suddenly catches on fire. You're not going to run the next on top of SQL Server Express, but many of our current tech giants started in someone's garage or studio apartment, and SQL Server Express is still a solid, robust choice if you need to run a database server on the cheap. The advantage to working with the free Express edition is that you can always easily upgrade your system to a paid license with more capability when your startup business takes off. The other free option is the Developer edition. The Developer edition has feature sets nearly identical to Enterprise. Developer can support an unlimited number of processor cores. It supports failover clusters. Almost anything that Enterprise can do, Developer can do. So what's the catch? Why is this one free? Microsoft only allows you to run the Developer edition for educational purposes or to build, test, and demonstrate applications in non-production environments. This means that you can use the Developer edition to build the applications needed to open your new online shoe store. But you can't use Developer edition to actually run the store and take orders from customers. That also means that Developer edition will allow you to experiment with all of the features that the expensive paid editions of SQL Server offer as a student new to the SQL Server ecosystem without having to license the product on your own. So these are the 2 choices that I'm recommending that you start with. If you want to play around with every feature available and won't be using this database you create for real-world applications, download and install the Developer edition. If you want to immediately apply your knowledge to a business problem that you have, then look for the Express edition. To get your own copy of the installation materials, you're going to start at the time of this recording, we're still in the pre-release community technology preview period for SQL Server 2019. So things on the website are most likely going to change a bit between now and when the software reaches its general availability launch. Usually you'll just go into the download links here at the top of the screen, and then scroll down on the page, and find the download links for either Developer or Express. Now if you're watching this movie before the general release of SQL Server 2019, then you're going to come here to this page instead. From here, you'll click on the Download Now button. Then we'll choose to install on which platform we want, either Windows, Linux, Docker, or here in Kubernetes. I'm going to choose the Windows option. Then we'll click on the Preview SQL Server 2019 for Windows button here. We'll fill in some personal information right here and press the Continue button in order to get access to the SQL Server 2019 Community Technology Preview Edition. This is the edition that I'll be working with throughout the rest of this course.